Hi, Aries. Welcome to your February 2017 love reading. I'm so glad you can make it back, and I welcome all the new viewers. I appreciate you all so much. I appreciate the donations. As you can see, my readings are a little bit earlier this month, and it truly is because of the donations. It just helps me, it just helps me serve you more, and that's my duty. That's what I'm here for. I know that. Um, so we're going to try a different spread this month, okay? Because we're in the universal year one. So it's new beginnings, new opportunities. I talked about that last month. So I feel that it's fitting that we try a different spread. I've never done this spread before. It's a freestyle spread, as all mine are. I know there's like Celtic Cross and all that, and I do them. But I don't know. I feel adventurous. So I feel like the energy of the universal year one is just starting to hit us now. It's just starting to lighten the energy. And with that energy, it's asking us to walk through our fear. It's asking us to be prepared for any possibilities that may come up. I feel it's a very special, special year. We're in eclipse season on top of that, so a lot of things going on. So I thought, what the heck? I'm going to try a new spread and see what happens. I'm going to keep it based in love, but again, if any other messages come up, I'm going to give them to you. Real quick before I move on to your reading, I am asking all the signs, people who have been following my channel. And what I'm looking for, if you would, is emails telling me about your love story. I'm looking for stories of people who truly thought love was never going to come for them and almost mysteriously showed up. I would love if you could send me your story through my email, sandyhoward111@gmail.com, and that's right below too. Because I would love to use your story to help others, if that's okay. Of course, I won't use your name. I just feel your stories can give hope to others. So I leave that open to those who want to do it. It has to be from your free will. You have to understand that you can't put limitations on these letters, though. I promise I won't use your name, but I do definitely want to tell the stories. I want to give people hope through you. Okay? Okay, let's get started. So, what I'm going to do, because we're basing this in love, so I'm going to do love card, romance card. These are my romance angel cards from Doreen Virtue. I use them all the time. I'm still on that hunt for another deck that deals directly in love. Just hasn't called out to me yet. So when it calls out to me, then we'll add another deck to this, okay? All right. So I'm going to invite all my spirit guides in for Aries reading, February 2017. Spirits, we're basing this mainly in love, but happy to receive any other messages. Let's invite my sister in for clarity, as always. Thank you very much. Any other angels involving an unconditional love, please feel free to come into Aries reading for February 2017. Thank you. Okay, we have the card Love Yourself First. Chemistry. Separation. Actually, I'm not going to take that. It's getting to know each other, because I forgot that I'm doing something new. So what I want to do is I want to put a tarot card on top of each one of these cards. So, for some, there is a separation coming. Though I have to tell you, what I'm picking up right now is this is a temporary separation. This is not long-term. And the reason, what I'm picking up, the reason for this separation I feel like I'm talking to, well, I know I'm talking to the coupled Aries. But in a very committed relationship. And what I'm feeling with this is, I feel like 2016 knocked you guys down. I feel like something happened last year. Okay. I'm picking up another message here too, but I want to finish the first one. So I feel like 2016, there was something that happened. I don't feel it was cheating, but I do feel it was something. Wow, I'm feeling there's true love here, but something came between the two of you. And I hate to pinpoint, but I feel like Aries men, of course not all of you, some of you, I feel that you're the one who left. You are coming back together, though. I definitely feel that. I actually feel like the people that I'm talking to right now who separated from someone that they love, and they know this person loves them too. And again, I don't feel that the separation was due to cheating. I don't feel it was due to deception, so to speak. I feel it was more the everyday struggles, everyday life beating you down. Finances, it's fighting over finances. It's just like fighting, 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 which is not normal for the two of you. I feel like this is a long-term relationship. At least 5 years, let's say. And it was just, life beat you down. And the arguing got to a point where it was just too much. So I feel the Aries man left. But you never stop thinking about the other. It's like one of those things where you separate, a little time goes by, where, this is what I feel happened. I feel for the Aries man, you left, you got your own apartment or house, you got your own place, let's put it that way. And in the beginning, though there's heartache attached to it, in the beginning, you felt a sense of freedom. It felt good. And it's funny because there's some of you I can see where you're out with your buddies, and you're at a bar, and the place is crowded, and you start to notice the other women in the room, and you even talk to these other women. But it's through these outings, it's through these times that you go out, that you start to realize that there is no one who can match your sweetheart. And good for you. So instead of falling for temptation, it made you realize that, well, okay, so there's a few of you who, you know, perhaps you were talking to a woman and you realized, well, my wife is now single too, or unattached. She could very well be in a bar where a man is approaching her. So it makes you start thinking. It's quite beautiful because it makes you start thinking that, am I doing the right thing? This freedom that I thought that I wanted, I don't. And it's beautiful because you resist the temptation that's around you. And you're resisting it because you're thinking to yourself, if I move forward, this is it. It's like one of those, wow, it was a long message, I'm sorry. But I mean, I'm there, I'm at the bar. I should have a drink, but, it is that feeling of, if I cross the line, if I sleep with someone, how will we ever recover? Because in your heart, it's like at that time, you realize that you want to be back together. You realize that the grass isn't greener on the other side. But you also realize that every step you take, your wife might be taking the same. And that scares you because you truly didn't want to lose her. And I almost feel like the two of you needed the separation. Because I feel when you come back together, which I feel is soon, definitely this month, for a percentage of who I'm talking to, where this fits, okay? Now, Spirit put me in a bar. It doesn't necessarily mean that's where you were at when you had this revelation, okay? But there was definitely temptation around you, and you resisted. And can I just tell you how proud I am? Because I feel that part of this was, well, just that thinking that the grass is green on the other side. And then you realize it's not. It's really quite beautiful what my guides have me feeling right now. Because I feel like I've been there myself. Yet, of course, I'm not a man. But they're making me feel, I was a man in my previous life. So maybe that's why I can really feel how you're feeling inside. And when you come back together, the two of you just want to be back together. You just want to be back together now. And even the coming back together, there's delays because now it's the figuring out. You know, and it's funny because I have this card chemistry here. And I think that's exactly what it is. It's this pull. Well, soulmates. And it's a pull you have to each other. It's this magnetic pull. So it's like you could travel the world, but you still come back together. You know, it's beautiful. Now, I also feel this card. Again, I feel like I'm talking to maybe a few Aries men, maybe one. I feel like you lost your wife. You lost your soulmate, your partner, your everything. I feel like she was sick. I can't really pinpoint what it is. It feels like cancer to me. It feels very weak. Like I'm feeling very weak right now. But you stayed by her side. Can I just tell you, for even if it's only one of you, she's there with you. She is there with you. Not only is she there with you, but she's trying to guide you to more love. She's trying to tell you it's okay. It's okay. Oh my. It's like she's standing in this meadow that is so beautiful. So beautiful. And perhaps Spirit's showing me what I think heaven or the afterlife will be like. But she's standing there. And she's saying to you, this is where we will meet again. You know, it's like, oh my gosh, it's like she's dancing around. She reminds me of Stevie Nicks, from Fleetwood Mac. That's who she reminds me of. And she just has this flowy dress on and she's just spinning and she's saying, this is where we meet again. Her message is your love is eternal. But while you're here without her, please continue to love. Don't stop loving because I'm gone, because I'm not gone. She's going to be directing you. She's not your spirit guide, but she's with you all the time. But she certainly has influence. She's with you. Okay, wow. I didn't expect to get into that long of a message already, but you never know. You never know. And I want to say again, for those who did lose their wife, and, I suppose it could be, either way, a wife lost a husband, but I really am picking, it's like I'm watching Stevie Nicks in heaven. So let's put it this way. If Stevie Nicks or Fleetwood Mac was one of her favorite bands, or Stevie Nicks was one of her favorite singers, this message is for you. And the same for you if Fleetwood Mac was one of your favorite bands. Perhaps you always had a crush on Stevie Nicks. That's what I'm feeling. So I suppose if we're talking about Stevie Nicks and the Fleetwood Mac, we're talking about someone who, I don't know, I'm 56, and they were definitely a big influence in my life. So I'm going to assume it's around my age, but it certainly doesn't mean that someone doesn't appreciate classic rock, you know? Okay, we're going to leave it there. Stevie Nicks, Fleetwood Mac, that feels like a big, okay. I'm being told to leave it there. Just leave it there. I'm going to try not to talk so much in my readings. I've had quite a few people tell me that, I talk too much. And, my response is I have to be me. I have to be who I am when I'm doing my readings. I don't want to feel stifled. I don't want to, although I appreciate all the comments, I can't be anything other than what I am. Because if I do that, I'm not bringing you a realistic reading, so to speak. So, yes, there's times I do talk a lot. And yes, there's times that I'm going to bring my personal stories into it. But understand, it's not because I want to. I'm a Virgo, and I'm very private. But when Spirit asks me to use my experience to help another, you better believe I'm going to. So, I apologize for my stories. Yet, I apologize if it, honestly, I don't apologize. Because it's not that I feel bad about doing it. I don't. I just don't. And I suppose if you think I talk too much, I may not be your reader. I don't know. And it's not that I don't want you to be here. I do. But I want you to understand that I'm completely following Spirit. And, even when I'm telling my own personal stories, I'm still, it's my guides who are asking me to do that. To use my experience, my wisdom. I mean, I'm 56. I've lived. Okay. Now, there you go. There you go. Me wasting time again. All right. So I'm going to pull a card on top of each one of these. So again, your first card is Love Yourself First. And this is, this is just about, honestly, I feel like it's self-talk. It is you not believing in yourself, not thinking you're good enough, not thinking you're attractive enough. And I have to tell you, wow. I feel like this is the Aries woman, not just women, but I feel like the message is for certain Aries women who I feel that you're in a serious relationship and your partner left you, maybe for someone half your age. Which, by the way, guys, why do you do that? What's wrong with us? I mean, me particularly, like, I couldn't imagine dating someone half my age. I want someone who matches me, who has the same wisdom, the same type of life experiences. I feel that there's where okay, let's stop here for a second. Okay, so we have the card Love Yourself First. I definitely feel there's a lot of self-talk. Looking in the mirror, looking at your flaws, looking at what you think are flaws. Yet I can see that your flaws are what attracts people to you. So it's like, don't don't judge yourself so hard. A lot of this self-talk comes from previous relationships where you have been put down. Perhaps you were told, well, you weren't good enough, you weren't pretty enough, you won't be successful, no one will love you because you have children, that kind of talk. And even though you know it's not true, you knew it wasn't true, you still absorbed it. So I just want to tell you that it's not true. It's just not true. And your flaws make you who you are, make you beautiful. And it's these flaws you think you have, that I feel will draw, is exactly what draws someone to you. Now, Aries, you're usually the one who likes to go and rescue, especially you men. You like to go in, it's part of your nature to go in and rescue the damsel in distress type of thing. And I feel there's a few Aries women who are just sitting there waiting, because you know that. It's like you're waiting for someone to come in and rescue you. You're waiting for someone to come in and heal you. But it's not going to happen, Aries. You have to do it yourself. This is not, someone can come in and certainly help you feel more attractive or what have you, but some of these are deep rooted and self-talk. So you got to learn to change that around. Don't wait for someone to come in to do that. Okay. So love yourself first. This is about building up your self-respect. Okay. It's about, I feel like it's about getting ready for this year. Because on top of that, we have the Page of Michaels. Page of Michaels. Am I not showing you guys these cards? I'm sorry. And we have the Page of Michaels. And that's air. Air talk, it's about communication. It's about our perception. So anyway, for those women, there is something new coming. The page brings us information, messages. I feel this page he's running ahead of everyone else to bring you this message. Like he wants to be the one to tell you that there's something new and exciting coming your way. Really, something new. Whatever it is, I feel like it changes your life. And we have the card Leap of Faith with that. Leap of Faith. This is the Fool card in the traditional tarot. Number 0. The unknown. And it's the unknown because the Fool doesn't live in his past. He doesn't have a past. It's a message for us to leave the past in the past. The Fool doesn't live in the future because he doesn't know what lies ahead in the future. But the Fool is ready to take the adventure. So the Fool is ready to step into the future. What's coming is exciting, but it's a little fearful. And And when the leap of faith or the Fool card shows up, it is about taking that chance. Can I tell you, I feel like this year, you should live from a place of, I'm going to try everything. If the opportunity presents itself, I'm not going to be fearful anymore. I'm not going to be the one sitting on the couch while other people are out traveling, socializing, bungee jumping, having fun, enjoying life. The Fool shows up. It's time for you to take on the characteristics of closing the doors to the past. Build your self-respect back up. Remember, this is something, although it came from other people, these, I don't know, what do you call them? Cruel remarks. They are not based in fact. They never were. This was his way of hurting you. But you took some of that with you. Now that I'm telling you, it was not based in fact. Please just let it go. Let it go. Because when you hang on to it, you're only hurting yourself. Truthfully. And you're blocking yourself. And you're being asked. Let it go. Get adventurous. Get ready for excitement. It's coming. It's coming. It's like the storm is over. Okay. All right, let's take a couple cards on chemistry. Aries, I don't know where this reading's going. To be honest with you, I am doing it totally by how I feel. Beautiful. I'm sorry, it goes over here. Let's just continue with this line here, okay? So this challenge, this exciting new challenge, and it may show itself as a challenge, but number one, Spirit's telling you, you have what it takes. It is time. It is time to be the new you. I feel like it's time to live in the unknown without worry. It's trusting the universe, I have to say. So this something exciting is coming, okay? Then we have the Six of Raphael. So Six of Raphael is it's the energy of your inner child. It's the energy of your inner child saying, let me come out and play. Stop pushing me down so far. The time for seriousness is over. Let's have some fun. I feel that for some of you, it may bring, new friends who think like you. But I feel these friends motivate you. For those who are stuck and don't even want to leave the house, it's like these friends come in and somehow lift you up. But it is your inner child crying out, heal me, and then let me free. Let me come out and play. For some, this could be someone coming back. It could be. Could be a relationship that's coming back. I have to say, for the women, Aries women I was talking to with the card Love Yourself First, it is not that person. This person is coming back. It's a joyful thing. There may be fear, but it's a joyful thing. I want you to understand the difference. It's a joyful thing because there certainly was no abuse attached to this previous relationship. There was, honestly, what I'm feeling is the timing just wasn't correct, just wasn't right. The energies just weren't right at that time. But I feel like there was still love. Look at him. I feel like he wants to hand her this beautiful flower. So this could actually be someone from way back. Well, it depends how old you are. Way back. For me, it'd be way back. If you're 20, it's not that far back. But I do feel this is a way back. So, or a relationship that was pretty far back. So I know I'm not talking to, Aries in their 20s. I don't feel this is for you. I feel this is more for perhaps 40 and up, around there, okay? It's emotional. Okay. Um, for some with this separation, I have to say, for I feel like this is quite a few of you that the separation happened. Okay, so it happened. We know that it happened. I feel like this is going in two different directions. So I feel like it's talking partially about the people who I just pictured at the bar. The husband and wife who split, who are now realizing, no, we need to be back together. And this is coming from both sides, by the way. That could have been with a water sign that you split. Or, well, let's just say split, okay? It just feels like there's a lot of soul searching on this table right now. There's a lot of trying to figure out the correct path. Yet at the same time, I feel like when the Fool shows up, he's telling you, take that leap and follow my path. Well, who's the first person the Fool meets on his journey? The Magician, the number one. So I feel like he's saying that, listen, you don't have to be stuck. You can manifest your life. You are manifesting your life. Matter of fact, I'm seeing like the two Variel with the five of Gabriel, and I feel that this is, this is challenging. You're in a challenging time right now. You're in a challenging time because there's just so much drama around you. Now, some of this drama you created yourself, it's almost like you couldn't help getting involved in a drama because everyone just seems to pull you into it. But you're being asked to withdraw from that. You're being asked to understand that other people's drama and them coming to you does not then mean this is your challenge. This is your job to separate everything out, because it's not. With the 2 Ariel attached to that. This, 2 Ariel is about balance, having balance in your life. So I feel like it's definitely talking about this drama attached to these other people, or a partner, or because of a partner, there's drama around. It's like people are getting involved that have no business to be involved. And on the other hand, I feel people are coming to you, asking you to help them sift through all the drama. But when you do that, now you're pulled into it. So I feel like Spirit's being very clear here. If there's drama of other people around you, avoid it. You have every right to say no. Remember that. And that's what it is. It's saying no. No, I don't want this in my life. This is not what I'm trying to manifest. And if I keep hanging out with you guys and allowing your drama to affect me, I'll never be able to manifest what I truly want. And what you truly want is this 10 of Ariel. 10 of Ariel is, well, it's funny because we have the 10 of Ariel and I have the 10 of Raphael beside that, which, I don't know how it could get any better. Because the 10 of Ariel is Pentacles. It's material needs. And the 10 of Ariel, it's following the Fool. So what lies on the other side of your fear? Pure happiness. Whatever this challenge is that's coming for you, it's offering, in some way, financial security. And I do mean security. Now, I don't mean, $1 million lottery ticket falls on you. No. This is, this was through your hard work, but it seems like once you walk through the fear, everything starts turning around for you. And I feel for some who are dependent on another, but don't want to be, know that it's, they know that it's time to move on. The Fool's talking to you also. Trust in me. I know how to deal with the unknown. I can tell you who we're going to meet along the way. Along the way, there will always be someone who will help us for the next step, only if we ask. It's all we have to do is ask. So the Fool's telling you, change that situation, leave that situation, because this is what's waiting on the other side of fear. Financial security. But not only financial security, emotional security, everlasting love. This also sits below the card separation. So for those I was talking about that are coming back together, let me tell you, when you come back together, you never separate again. That break served you well. And for others, I feel like this is exactly what you're searching for. You're waiting for this. This is what you want. This is what we all want. I mean, financial security and everlasting love. We all want that. So part of getting there is freeing your inner child, number one. So you can be playful. You can be happy. But more than that, you're positive. You have a positive outlook now. You're not thinking, when we're a child, we're not thinking about what are we going to do in 20 years. No, we're not even thinking about what we're going to do tomorrow. We're thinking about how much fun can we fit into today. It's like when the lights come on, the porch lights come on, and it's time to come in. We don't want to come in. We're having too much fun. That's where you're being asked to live from, especially for February. It's the present moment. But free your inner child. Aries, free your inner child. It's about having fun. It's about not worrying about tomorrow. It's about being the fool and knowing, yeah, there's a little bit of fear attached here, but that is not going to stop me from moving ahead. And it doesn't. And we have the High Priestess and the Lovers together. Wow. Two major arcanas. Um, it's funny because it's actually attached to the Ten of Raphael, which is the Happily Ever After card. So, the Lovers and the High Priestess. For some of you, I know right off the bat, this is for the people who separated who are coming back together. I feel like Spirit definitely helped. Well, I feel like this. I definitely know your soulmates. So I feel like you were guided to each other, and it was free will choices that separated you. But it's like the divine is coming back in and bringing you back together through your own thoughts, through your own emotions. But some of these are being placed within you. It's like this information that allows you to see things clearly. And it's like it gives you peace of mind, gives you peace of mind about going back, about connecting again. I have to tell you, I feel for the ones who have someone coming back, it's the same thing. I feel this is, wow, I feel this is pretty deep. Like this is also someone that perhaps you dream about. Perhaps you've seen them in your dream. Or since this time that you met, way back when, you've always been part of your life, in your mind. I feel like for some of you, that this person from the past is where you go when life is too hard. It's where you allow your imagination to go. It's creating scenarios in your head, in your dreams of the two of you together. But I feel that this, even if you didn't mean, it's just like, how do I explain this? It's about being in hard relationships and thinking back to your first love. Because, honestly, I think that's what this is, your first love. And this first love is your escape, your escape, your fantasy. It's what helps you get through. Through that, I feel you're kind of bringing each other together again. We have the Lovers that's attached to that. The Lovers is about deeply emotional commitments. Lovers is about making choices from your heart, not your mind. You know what? I love when the Lover shows up, especially with that next to the High Priestess and the Ten of Raphael here, because you know the Lovers brings deep, very deep, deep felt emotions. I feel this leads to marriage. And I feel that this person is someone you can trust. Not only you can trust, but I mean, it's just life changing for you. Now, I have to tell you, I do feel for those who have someone coming back. The Lovers is also a message about being able to give yourself fully, completely, all of you. And I feel like, I feel like this is coming soon. 2 sixes. I just realized that. Hmm. This card's the power of love. I just love this card. Okay. Let's do, I have no time. I have no clue what time it is, how long I've gone. I'm going to do a couple, um, well, there's the children card. Oh, there's too many, I'm sorry. So we have express your love under this person who's coming back. And children attach right to that. So I absolutely do feel this was from your childhood. Now, when I say childhood, I mean like 18 and below. Even though we don't feel like we're not children when we're in our teenage years, we're still children. This can absolutely mean that, before you're romantic, that you were friends as children. Just looking at some of the numerology or some of the numbers. It's funny because I'm doing the, this row here that has the 6 of Raphael, this person coming back. I feel it's your first love, to be honest. This person's coming back, and, with the Lovers here, again, it's a message about open yourself up completely. What do you have to lose? What do you have to lose? And I do feel that you will know if the other person is ready to do that also. And if you feel that that person is also ready to give their whole heart, then please do that back. Let the walls down. Because this is another relationship I feel that goes the test of time. Like this will be, I can't really say forever, but I'm feeling that type of energy. But anyway, so I was doing the numbers, and, numerology equal to a 5, this row. And right above is also a 5, Gabrielle. So it's just, don't allow, don't allow drama to affect this relationship either, okay? Just be aware of that it's a possibility. Okay, just talking to myself, counting. All right, let me concentrate here. All right, Spirit, just want a couple more cards for Aries, please, for clarification on what we have here. Thank you. Okay, well, it's weird. My cards are just sticking. Perhaps we need to look at this card, and we will. Wow. Okay. Again, I apologize if this reading goes long, but for those of you who are hanging in there, good for you, because look at the beauty that just came out. Bottom of the deck, we have the card Unrequited Love. So for some of you, this is the energy you're feeling, okay? It's like you've already gone through this, but you're still kind of hanging on to the feeling of not feeling good enough, that this person, who left. I'm talking about the people in the beginning, not the people who are separated from someone who's coming back, but the people who were told that they weren't good, they weren't good enough, or, just that kind of talk. So you're carrying that around, okay? You're carrying that around. So, I'm not going to say you have to let it go, because I know it's just not that easy, but work on it. Do meditations. You know, honestly, stand in front of the mirror. And I don't care what you think. I don't care if you think, there's days I look in the mirror and I think, oh my God, why couldn't I have been blessed like a supermodel? But I have other things. I mean, not that I feel ugly, but what I'm saying is, don't judge yourself. Instead, when you look in the mirror, tell yourself how pretty you are. Notice your eyes. Notice your smile. I don't know why, I heard notice your boobs. I don't know what that means. Maybe you just got breast implants or a breast lift or something. But it's like, I feel like you're standing in the mirror and you're just like, just unbuttoning a couple buttons to show your cleavage. And you're like, wow. Well, I appreciate that. That's, whatever it takes. But anyway, so it's like that's, that's the energy you have right now. So be aware of that. Just be aware of it. Because when you're aware of it, then you can make real changes. Okay? Again, someone coming back. Someone coming back. You're being asked when this person comes back to please express your love. Please don't hold back. Definitely go slow. Take your time within it, but don't hold back. Don't make this person pay for someone else's mistakes. It wasn't this person. So it's like, don't allow the negativity of your past to seep into this. Now, why? Because this is true love. This is a true love that's coming back. And it's funny because I said I felt like someone was coming back. And we have past life relationship here too. So it's definitely a soulmate. Okay? So for those of you, and you know what? I feel like for some of you, this energy has already begun. What I mean by that, because I feel like the energy has begun for everyone. Like divine timing is at work. But I feel some of you, perhaps, maybe you're on Facebook and I don't know, like this person's on there, but you've never really contacted them, and now you make the effort. And let me tell you, go ahead with the Fool right here. That's really heading this. Go ahead, walk through that fear. Start off small. Hey, how are you? That kind of thing. Because there's soulmate energy here. And I feel the timing just was not right when, because I do feel for many this is your first love. Or, okay, so Spirit told me to say, the person who pops in your head. When I say someone from the past is coming back, it's the person who popped in your head. But understand this is from the past, okay? So this is not someone you just met last year, last week. But it is your soulmate. I mean, you're soul connected. So I'm not surprised you're coming back together. It's like now the timing is right. Now the timing is right. And, this is exactly what I try to teach with relationships. Sometimes it is in the timing. And when we try to force it, it's like we're being pushed back. There's like an invisible force that stops us for some reason. We don't figure it out. Perhaps we mistake it for someone not caring about us or what have you. Sometimes it's just the timing. You haven't had the life experiences, the soul lessons that the universe really wants you to have first. And again, I feel like this person from the past has helped you through situations throughout your life. It was the person in your head that you went to. It is the fantasies that you allowed yourself to create with this person that helped you through a lot of different things. But now this person will be here. Oh, geez, it's beautiful. Getting to know each other. So I know this card is showing up definitely for the people who are fearful about moving ahead in a new relationship, even if it is someone from the past. But this is for everyone. This is about, because I mean, we have this person from the past. We have people who are coming back together. And that, let me tell you, beautiful. It's a beautiful love. And you're coming back together. Still, you want to take it slow. It's the coming back together, but having honest discussions with each other. It's about not rehashing the past, but talking about the future, the two of you together. This is about revealing your innermost selves to each other. This is beautiful conversation. This isn't the conversation where someone comes up and says, hey, we need to talk. No. This is conversation where you don't want to stop talking, I'm sure many of you have experienced that when you meet someone. It's just like, oh my God, you could just talk all night long. That's what I feel with this. And as you do that, especially for the people who are coming back together from a previous relationship, please take it slow. But as you reveal yourselves, you're going to find, because you're soul connected, that a lot of your experiences in life were similar. And a lot of times that's because when soulmates come together, you know, it's not just about the two of you. Sometimes it's about your purpose to the world. What is your purpose? Well, sometimes it's about, especially when you have a soulmate connection, it's about that power of love. And it gives others hope. You know, it's like the letters that I asked, that, you know, if you send me your letters of how love came to you. It's that fun time. Don't rush it. Just don't rush it. Then we have keeping an open mind. Keep an open mind about your soulmate. So, keep an open mind about your soulmate. You know, it's a very simple card. It talks about just that a lot of times your free will choices weren't the best choices for you. So perhaps you chose someone just because they were good looking, and then you found there was no substance. Perhaps you chose someone because they were half your age and they made you feel alive in the beginning, but now they're starting to make you feel old, you know, because they want to do more activities than at your age now that you want to do. I'm not talking about anybody that's old, but just mismatched energy kind of thing. Nonetheless, we have true love coming in. We have soulmates kind of all over the board. And then we have engagement. Engagement. That is, well, for many of you, I feel there will be engagements. And I want to tell you one thing real quick. In a universal year one, I was looking at previous studies that they have done. I've been trying to research this because I'm really getting into numerology and astronomy. I'm trying to get into everything. But what I found in my research and what they have found is that more people meet a soulmate and fall in love and get married in a universal year one than any other. So this is the year. Remember, it's brand new beginnings, brand new opportunities. It's getting out there. It is being ready, being ready for any possibilities. It is taking that leap, walking through the fear. It is the new you. And you want this happily ever after in emotions, in love, and you want this financial security. So not change, but think about how your emotions are and the emotions you're putting out there. Because this is a big manifesting year. And let me tell you, you have to wait another 9 years for this again. Every year has its purpose. Like 2016, Universal Year 9. That was about closing doors. That was about ending the past. Getting ready for the Universal Year 1, the new beginnings. If you didn't close the door, then you're probably still working on that energy. And when you do that and finalize it, it's like the Universal Year 1 energy starts to flow on you, okay? Lots of engagements. I just want to fill these 2 blocks here because it's bugging me. Because I feel like there should be messages there. Well, beautiful. Wedding. Wedding. Do you still care about this? You still care about this person? This person treated you like shit? You still want to carry that energy around? Or would you prefer this? This new love. Hmm. I hope you guys can see the cards okay. Because to me, they're just, it's a story. And I feel like over here I have one story. And this is about the ones who will be having someone coming back. Again, a first love type of thing. There was romance. I don't know if if you slept together, that kind of thing, but there was romance. And I'm only saying that because I don't know how old you were. This could be at the age of 12 or 17. But I don't feel like it was puppy love. I feel like it was real love. Just the timing wasn't right. Well, the timing's right now because that person is from a past life, soul connected. I know some are going to say, well, does that make him my twin flame? Does it make her my twin flame? Possibly. But understand, twin flames very, very seldom come into our lives. There may be certain lives that we've made previous, before were incarnated, we made incarnated? Okay, that sounded weird. Um, there's soul agreements of what lives you will come back together. Okay, so that's happening, period. I know that's happening, and I feel like that's happening to a lot of you. I feel like I know that there's couples who are coming back together. And when they come back together and, you know, talk about their true emotions to each other, you never separate again. So that separation was good, even though it felt hard. It was good. And I think if you think about it, you'll see your own growth within that. I don't feel like this separation was long, maybe a year at the longest. I just don't feel like it was longer than that because I don't feel like either one really formed a relationship outside of the marriage or the partnership. Doesn't mean they didn't date, so to speak, but I just feel like no one slept with someone else because I don't feel like that is something that hangs in the air over you. You were able to resist. It's like the angels are like, yes, yes, good job. I'm not kidding. You need to remember, temptation is put before us. It's testing our soul. It's not that there's a right or a wrong, but if we go one direction, well, boy, we better be willing to deal with the consequences that come with it. And that could be possibly losing this beautiful person that we love. So it wasn't worth it. And I have to tell you, this is a year where I feel like we all need to start thinking about that before we leave someone to be with someone else. Make sure before you cheat on your partner, understand the consequences of that and that you can never take that away. It will always be there, even if you come back together. So think about that. A lot of times people are put in place that are nothing more than temptation. We're here for soul growth. Now, I don't feel you're punished. It's not like, you're going to burn in hell kind of thing. but your life suffers. Your heart suffers. You hurt someone else. So it's like, think about your actions. Think about what the consequences will be before acting. It will save you so much heartache, Aries. I feel it. Okay? Okay, enough of that. So, there's a lot of love coming in. I feel there is definitely some, men on bended knee asking for marriage. Could be women on bended. I'm not just seeing men. It can go both ways this day, absolutely. But the answer will be yes. Because we have a wedding. Look at that. Underneath that, we have the card Make an Effort. Another soulmate card. Heart-to-heart conversation. Staying honest. Honestly discussing your feelings. And playfulness. Let that child in you come out. Let that child in you have fun. It's part of you. Okay, Aries. Still, I have no clue. I can't see the time as I have a glare there, so it like blocks how much time I've spent. So I don't know. It might be 40 minutes. It might be 2 hours. Oh my God. But lots of love coming, guys. Lots of love. Let's see. I have no kings or queens that showed up. I have one page. Which should be an air sign. I have a possible Libra for some. And that's all I really see relating to who's coming in. Now, it doesn't even matter. Doesn't even matter. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't matter what their sign is. Take it slow. That's how you know, by taking it slow. By revealing your innermost selves, your hopes, your dreams, your wishes. And pay attention. Be present. Be in the present moment. The Fool. Or no past. His past cannot affect his future. He doesn't allow it. It's just not there. He allows things to flow. He allows the universe to do its job. And he doesn't step in the way. It is when we flow with the universe when major changes can happen. Good things happen. But we got to let go of our own control issues, especially relating to love, because love is such a powerful emotion. We cannot try to control it. We just have to let it flow. I feel that's the secret. Don't control love. Let it flow. Okay, Aries. I hope this wasn't too long, but I want to make sure all the messages get to you. You guys know I love you to death. Yeah, I'm just seeing if there's anything else I can pick out of here. For many of you, again, besides the coupled ones, I think you already got that message loud and clear. But for other of you, I really do feel like it's just, make your mind or make yourself remember the fun when you were young and how you felt when you were young. You weren't afraid. That's why when children are young, we're taking them to the emergency room all the time. I took my son 3 times because he broke his arm. The same arm. Because he had no fear. So it's like, live adventurously. What the hell? We only have this life, right? I mean, we can be reincarnated, but come on, this is our life. Live it fully. No fear. No fear in February. Oh, I like that. Fear-free February for my Aries. All right, guys, love you to death. If you want a personal reading, just click down below or go to my About page. Um, all the information is there. Again, my readings are quite cheap. They're $45, and the readings are usually an hour to an hour and a half. It depends. I don't time it at all. I give you everything I have when I sit down to do your reading. So there's no time limit. But almost all of them are at least an hour. But it's all about you, though, okay? So that's an hour of just about you. And it doesn't have to be just love, by the way. I just feel like, that's where I landed, you know. So yeah, it's $45. And yes, there is a wait because the price is so low. You may have to wait for that. For those who feel like they need an emergency reading, I also do offer that. But I can only take so many, you know, trying to balance. I'm trying to balance it all. Okay. But I am loving it, and I'm loving you guys. And again, I thank you so much for your donations. I Every donation you give me, I promise to pay it forward somehow, some way. That's my promise to you. And again, please, if you would, send me an email about your love stories. Okay, perhaps that's what you can title it. My love story, or something like that, so it stands out to me, because I do get so many emails. Okay, but I'm very interested in this, and I hope you guys will help me out with that. All right, Aries, thank you so much. Have a beautiful February. I really feel like this is your year, guys. So much beauty happening, so many opportunities coming your way. And it's really, I feel like it is universal flow. And it's like all you have to do is understand that every time you're faced with that fear, beauty lies on the other side. When I say that, of course, use your logical mind. No drama. No more drama. They're causing you drama. It's time to say goodbye. Perhaps you already should have, but that's okay. You can do it now. All right, guys. Thank you so much. I love you guys. Bye-bye.